Hello everyone, and welcome back to Ninjagocast. We are the masters of Pod Jitsu. I am your sensei, Eljay.
I am Meso.
And I'm Hayley.
And this is the aforementioned Ninjagocast. The dojo is now open. How's it
I'm very
go?
disappointed
Hello.
that my loud yawn at the start didn't register on mic.
I'm very
Tried.
glad it
Tried
didn't
real hard.
register. I miss the days where the podcast
Mardi Gras.
started. No, see, that was at least after the song started. If the song can just start and then you start hearing everyone else, that's nice. That's proper. I miss those days.
Was it a live stream trade-off?
No, that's not an excuse. I would gladly go back to a non-live stream format if we could get that back.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we did one of these.
Yes,
I know.
it has
It's been
been.
a while because we were
Like
waiting.
2 weeks?
Yeah, we kind of realized like the episodes technically did release, but we just kind of wanted to wait until they were out where people could actually see them on TV, just to kind of be proper about it. Even though they weren't technically leaks, it was so close. We were just like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, it's well.
Yeah.
As of today, the TV show has caught up to the app.
Yeah.
So we're all up to date.
Perfect.
We have no new episodes released on the app. No new episodes released anywhere, I think. So this is
Until the
awesome.
app does something else, this is how it's going to be from now
Yeah.
on. It's week by week. It's possible they could release some more in bulk, but yeah, for now, the next one will be on July 20th. So.
The next 2 episodes, yeah.
All right,
Episode
cool.
9 and episode 10.
I'll have to
So,
actually,
LJ, what are we talking about today? Are we talking about 2 episodes or 4
we're
episodes?
talking about 4 episodes.
8 episodes.
Woo!
What?
We're talking about 8 episodes, of course.
Okay. Gosh dang. You see, that's a problem, though. I can never be sure if you're serious or not.
We're talking about all 30 episodes. Here we go.
No, we're not.
Episode.
1 episode.
Talking about...
1 minute per episode, lightning round recap.
Yeah.
All right. No. I get enough requests for reviews. So, all right. Let me wake up a little. Let me take a swig of water. I'm very tired.
Wake up!
Okay.
Wake me up.
You do that
Wake
again.
me up inside.
I'm going to cut off your fingers.
What do the fingers
What?
have to do with me yelling? Cut out my
Oh,
tongue
is
more
he
like.
talking to me or you?
You need your tongue to
Only
be a
you.
host.
Wake up!
Mess up. How
No,
How
LJ
effective do you
scared
think
me.
that is?
Very effective because you're gonna get pissed off and that's gonna wake you up.
It
Hell,
really
dang.
is
Go
not
reconnect with
effective.
people from your past.
Literally not at all. It does nothing
Splash
to
some
wake
water
me.
on your face.
I'm drinking water. Meso, hail hydrate.
Review
drink-
the power pack properly.
Shut
I'm
the
drinking
front
apple
door, I swear,
Review,
Meso.
review Ultimate Doom.
Review Hero Factory. Review Hero Factory, mess. Should I go through my various retired reviews and go get every single comment where everyone has...
Ninjago! Ninjago!
Listen, you rein him in then, and I'll go ahead and start the
Ninjago!
recap.
I'm doing this as a kindness.
No, you're not doing this as a kindness. You're doing this as an irritation. You're like a rash.
Oh, right. The first episode of Ninjago we're talking about today is episode 5.
Yeah,
Booby traps and how to avoid them. Oh, they went right into the first booby trap here. So we're gonna continue on.
Bat!
I'll
Bat!
do it right into the first booby trap.
What
Yeah.
do they call you? You're not a teachling. You're a student. Bad student. Bad.
What? I've never heard teachling in my life.
I'm gonna flick you on
Hayley,
the forehead.
teachling.
Oh, I'm telling my dad that my dad's a teacher. I'm like, Dad, can you not wait to teach all your teachlings?
All right, that's it. They're not gonna find you a brick for. All right, so we're starting things off. Ninjago season 11, episode 5, booby traps and how to survive them.
How to
Episodes.
survive, not avoid them.
I'm just reading what Meso wrote. So,
All right, continue.
episode starts off and we have Clutch Powers, the movie that nobody here except for me has seen, and I haven't seen it since 2010. He's sitting in his tent, air conditioned. Presumably, he's got a nice orange-looking liquid with a sun umbrella in it and a straw. Okay, he's chilling. He's hanging out. The ninja are pestering him. Come on, we want to go into the cool pyramid. That's what it's called. Nearly called a volcano. And then he gets a phone call from this guy with a hairpiece that doesn't exist in that color, but we really want it to. And he's like, we're gonna kick you out of the Adventurers Guild if you don't adventure, because you're not actually adventuring anything. And Clutch Power's like, all right, so we're going in. All right?
It was the Explorers Guild.
Explorer.
In fact, they literally said the quote like he discovered something. He's just not exploring it. Semantics, Eljay, semantics.
This is why it's a dumb idea to watch these weeks ahead of Ninjagocast. So
No,
anyway,
what are you talking about? We just
Glances.
watched the episode before this. What are you talking about? We
Glances
totally
at Hayley,
just
whose idea that was.
watched it.
yeah, no, Hayley, that was a bad idea.
What?
Anyway,
No, the one that wanted to wait. I mean, we didn't. I mean, we just watched the episode beforehand.
My blood finish.
Continue.
Clutch Powers starts getting his gear ready. He's like, all right, I hope you all have read my book. And they go into the pyramid. We get this cool group shot. So they go in, they're doing things. We find out Jay is the only one that finds out that he's not the only Lego character to have a fake eye patch, and finds out that Clutch's is fake as well. So they're exploring a thing. They're going through all these different traps. Antics are ensuing. They're sliding down things. Jay is being a bumbling buffoon. Not Zaboomafoo, Zaboomafoon.
He's being an instrument.
And eventually, they land in this kind of spiky pit. Though they don't die. Thank goodness. So Clutch Powers is like, well, I mean, the only reason you guys are alive is because of my book. And they come across a skeleton, and the skeleton has the book. So that's reassuring. In any case, they're making their way through various other obstacles, and they find themselves at this large room with this puzzle. They're like, oh, well, what are we supposed to do? This is a puzzle. And Zane and Nia are like, we got this. And they start figuring it out. All right, now this goes here, and that goes here. And then they finish the puzzle, and lo and behold, it unlocks another snake, another serpentine. This one is blue, but not normal blue, metallic, shiny blue. It's different, guys. We're sure. So the snake is like, stuff, evil quotes, and revenge. And starts
Against the treacherous deceiver.
Do you want to do this
I think
recap?
that's what she called it, right? No, that's an important line.
I'll kill
Treacherous
you.
deceiver.
So
It's an important line.
you can discuss it after the recap. So this snake starts fighting the ninja, sucks the fire out of Cole, traps him in a volcano. Clutch Powers gets expelled from this now
Gets expelled.
He gets expelled from this now volcano pyramid. And that's the end of the episode. Do you want me to move on to the next episode, or do we want to talk about it?
This explorer empty.
That
Yeet.
depends. That depends. Did I mishear you when you said sucks the fire out of coal or not?
Yeah, okay, Kai. I have been up since...
What?
Holy crud. I've been...
Literally, their characters are so similar that you just mistake their elemental abilities for each other.
Alright.
How?
There's another good thing that fire can be used for, and it's roasting.
I know. And
No.
also, Cole has freaking firearms, so... you might as
Proceed
well.
to the next
Yes.
episode.
Well, I mean, hold on. Because the next episode is very different from this one. So we could just do this one, or like do like quick little ones. Because it's not like, they continue. It's like a completely different part.
That's a good point.
Or we could talk about... We could skip this episode and go to the one where it's like right after with the ninja, and then do the Nelson episode and the TV show one together.
You got an opinion, Elj?
Hurry it up. I'm so tired.
Oh my god. Alright, well, let's do it one by one.
Okay, one by one.
Feel free to go get some tea while we talk.
Might
Next
as
episode.
well. You guys are
Do it.
power drain right
Okay.
now.
Oh, here we go. Power drain. Here we go. No, this
Antics
episode-
are ensuing, and it's not in Ninjago.
Ugh.
Hayley, what did you think about the episode? You go first.
Well, I thought it was very, very funny, very well done. It was nice to have Clutch Powers in here. He was a comfortable new character. The crew. Asphira was surprising.
It was very threatening.
So Very threatening. She was very threatening. I thought she was going to come out and say like, "I want revenge, 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 revenge. I'm taking your power, bye." But she actually was like logical. She was like, "Oh,
She had
you're
a few
a
really
fire
good lines.
elemental." Mm-hmm.
She used like old school language, which
Mhm.
really sold how like
And
long
she
she's been
sounds
trapped.
ancient too. So it like there's going to be history there that we know of, but like interesting history. And she also, I mean, not that she's not the villain, but she also sounds like a nice gal. Like she let the ninja live because she took their power. She just said like, "I'm gonna take your power and like kill you." It's like, I would take your power, I would give you a fighting chance to get out of here. But she knows magic, so that's like she's a snake that knows magic.
So do
is
we.
this Ninjago?
She's in the patron chat right now.
But shut up. That was nice. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Continue.
But yeah, I enjoyed Asphira, and the fighting choreography for that scene. Number one, it looked
Really
beautiful.
good.
There was a really, really great shot where she goes into her spin jitsu and she pulls a really cool pose that I've never seen them do with a Serpentine and Ninjago, where she like bows her head down and like gets ready, and it's super menacing. Like she looked like an actual snake. It was terrifying for a second, and then she goes into a really cool spinjitzu thing. So yeah, I enjoyed it.
The episode in general was very, very intense. The exploration, the pyramid, but it was also peppered with funny jokes. Like the fake eye patch was my favorite one by far. Pretty much everything about clutch powers.
And yeah, Magic Ninja was right. How explorers will wear a fake eye patch to see better in the dark, and that's exactly what he was doing. So.
Yep.
Is it?
Mhm.
I've never heard this before.
Where I think pirates used to do that too. When they go below deck, they have a fake eye patch down so that when they go below deck, they just flip it up so they can see better already.
Oh. Yeah, okay, I guess that makes a little bit of sense. Okay, fair enough. Continue.
Snazzy. Yeah, I mean, it was a very solid episode in general. I'm not looking forward to Kai being like drained of his power for the rest of the
Poor
season.
guy.
I hope they remedy that when they shift into the Ice Emperor. But
That sounded so cool. Like Vincent did a brilliant job. Like I cringed when I heard him scream. That was so good.
oh yeah, and in general, like I thought Clutch was probably gonna be like a Ronin-esque character, but he's not. He's very unique. He's kind of like he's competent, but he's also a bumbling goofball at the same time. It's a weird mix. It's a mix of the two, and having not seen the movie, I don't know if that's his portrayal in the movie or not, but I don't know. It's good. He's a good
Yeah,
addition.
he seems like he's over it. But
So honestly speaking, there's not really a whole lot to comment on.
yeah.
Other than Zayn having another one of his future visions.
Oh no, we shouldn't unlock it. Too late.
Yep. Couldn't have had that like a second sooner, eh?
Also, I liked the Hagman joke. The Hagmans didn't last till season 11. So
Yep. Hagmans are dead. Rest
Hagmans are
in
dead.
peace.
So
Dalton, what'd you think?
I thought it was a great episode. I thought it was a good episode. Thought it was solid. Pacing was really good. Good jokes. Upbeat humor. The vision thing is going to still take some getting used to since it hasn't been focused on throughout the prior season of Ninjago. Yeah, I like Clutch Powers. I think we really need to go see Clutch Powers, the movie, and kind of get a refresher. Because I don't remember him well enough to say, oh yeah, no, this is totally Clutch Powers, the one I grew up with. Because it's not. It's a different Clutch Powers. Because I don't remember the original one. So, we need to watch that. But from what I saw here, he was really funny. I find it quite amusing that Jay was the one that found out he had the fake eye patch. Since Jay had the eye patch for a little bit.
yep.
So,
Let's call it.
all in all, what's the character's name? Saphira?
Asphira.
Yeah, okay, Asphira?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, she was really cool. The voice is really cool. I like the voice, particularly. So,
Agreed.
Yeah. It was
all-
annoying at first because we only heard her say one word, but now she's not bad.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens with Kai. I think it's probably going to be fine. See Kai. Yeah, I said it right this time because, I've had a chance to actually wake up and,
Oh yeah.
funnily enough, none of the screaming helped. So, all in all, it was a good episode. Do you guys want to
All right.
move on to the next?
I'm down.
You need.
Of course, and you're welcome for the screaming.
I did not thank you for
the
it.
title of the episode. The title of the episode.
I
remember when we first heard it, we were like, it's a little too long. We probably don't like it. And then when we watched the episode, we were like, okay, the episode title really fits. So.
It was really good. All right.
Yeah.
Next episode,
All right.
episode 6, The News Never Sleeps. Episode starts off, and well, look at that. It's slightly larger than last time. Nelson, he's back again. Same voice actor. He's older now, and if you follow him on Twitter, you can tell he's quite excited to be back in the outfit. So, he's back. He's happy. He's ready for the day. It's his first day as a newspaper delivery boy. He's in his house. We see him pass some photographs, and he is bandaged in every single one of them. It is quite amusing. His mother's there. It's like, don't forget your helmet. Right, Mom. He bolts, meets up with the other paper delivery folk, meets up with the new character that I think is based off of a fan. I'm not familiar with her name. I don't know the full backstory, but she is here. She is another one of the paper delivery
Antonia.
fellows. Antonia. They're on their bicycles, and they start dishing out some news when all of a sudden fiery snakes rain from the sky, and they're starting to harass everyone in the city. And of course, Antonia's like, just follow me and you'll be fine. Like, this is just another normal day. So they start racing around the city, doing their thing. She's showing Nelson the ropes. It's quite amusing. When all of a sudden, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. That's right. It's Samurai X. Samurai X starts swooping in. Some great choreography happens. It's an awesome fight scene. And then all of a sudden, the thing you see on screen happens, and it's actually kind of cool. It's definitely not as campy or cheesy that we thought it would be from the teasers, because, you know, we have context, which is nice. So anyway, the two get a moment to just kind of relax. They have a snack, and then they get back on their way with new resolve. And Nelson, he's back on the seat that never lets the news rest or sleep. That's easy to say. So they're on their way. They're doing things. More mayhem is being wrecked, and all of a sudden, guess who it is? Clutch Powers. He's here. He's dizzy, and he's not of much help. But he lets Nelson know that the ninja are trapped. So the ninja wants to go and tell Sensei Wu that the ninja are trapped, and guess what? He dons the purple mask thing. I'm not sure what it's called. It's a hood, I guess. In any case,
Yeah, ninja.
they both manage to make their way to the temple, or the is it a temple? I honestly, the name
Pyramid.
escapes me.
Oh, I know. Monastery.
Monastery. They tell Wu. Wu thanks them and is like, "You remind me of one of my students. His name was Lloyd." And I thought that was quite quaint. And the episode ends.
His name was Moro, and you're gonna turn.
I thought he was going to say Moro. I promise you.
I don't think he wants to be reminded of Moro, you know, who betrayed him.
I don't know, but that's what I thought of. He's outside the monastery. Kid shows up. I was like, he's going to totally say Moro. And Nelson's going to have his heart crushed.
That would have been funny.
But
All right. This episode is my second favorite in the season so far. It feels like episodes like this and episode 8 are why this new format exists. It's what we're going to get to see now that we have this 11-minute format. I have pretty much zero complaints about it. It was self-referential. It honored the past of the show. It was entertaining. Some really good voice acting. Some top freaking notch choreography with Samurai X fighting those snakes. Like, oh my god, that was like fantastic with the camera angles. It's the only time in the whole show that Samurai X has been cool to me. Always been very clunky before. But now it's got speed, you know, the mech can actually move around and do things. And Nelson's just a great character.
Oh, they brought back Nelson. That, number one, I didn't think that was going to happen. But the fact that Nelson returned to the show with the same voice actor was just so brilliant.
Yep.
He stole Skybound just with his little tiny scene. He was one of the best characters in the show in that season. You know, I just like jokingly said, like, I really want Nelson to come back because he's so great. Not thinking it would actually happen. He has a whole episode about himself, and now I want him to come back and like just make him a part of the ninja team. Like he's already he's qualified and stuff. And
I love it.
And David, I think, is the the guy who voices him.
David Whitehall. I
Oh
believe.
my. David Whitehall or David Reynolds?
Oh, I think it's Reynolds. Where am I getting Whitehall from?
Whitehall. That sounds like a Shield character.
It is.
Nah, that's probably
Boom.
wrong.
but like he you can definitely tell his voice has matured quite significantly, but there are a couple of moments where like he hits his little puberty line and his voice cracks, and it's just so hilarious.
Yep.
So
It's really good.
he did his best. And
Green
Antonio was
Tornado in
also
Green Tornado in the chat says, only part that happens. Skybound is Nelson's season.
That is true.
I love it.
That is
Perfect.
very true. That's
No,
the
I
only
just-
wish that matters.
It feels like bottle episodes like this are where this format is going to really shine.
Yes.
Within regular Ninja, so far it's worked out fine, but they could be longer. But episodes like this that are just like kind of bite-sized insights into other parts of the world, I love. I hope they do more of them. Give me an
Yeah.
episode about Ronan, you cowards.
We're probably gonna get an episode about Wu and Garmadon in the past.
Yep.
We might get a follow-up with Nelson. Who knows?
Abby in the chat says, so Nelson got a season before Cold.
Oh my gosh. It wasn't Nelson's season. I said he stole the season. It wasn't like directly
Grand
his
Theft
season.
season.
Cole steals every other season except for Skybound.
That's funny.
But
I also
But
really
yeah.
like how the bike choreography worked too. Just them like dodging and biking and throwing and jumping off cars and crossing gaps in the bridge.
just another day in Ninjago.
It was so cool, and it added to the free-flowing kind of an atmosphere. That's pretty much all I gotta say, but I loved it. It was absolutely wonderful.
I love how it's just so passive with Ninjago City now. They've been attacked so much that, the locals there are like, oh, fiery snakes. Cool. Hey, thanks for the news, Antonia. Yeah, do you have a sandwich?
Seems about right.
They're all just super, chill and stuff.
Super used to it.
So good. They're talking about it and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Spiang puts it well. In the past, it sometimes felt like Ninjago only exists to be something for the ninja to save. Episodes like this show that Ninjago exists for itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
That's
It's really good.
wonderful.
The mark
point.
of good world building.
Yep.
No.
The only con, which is not really a con, but it's like a cool little tidbit, is the very first episode of Ninjago, where Jay is not in it.
Rip J.
He
That
is
is a
no
con.
longer in every single episode.
Technically, is he in the recap?
Well, he's okay. The recaps don't count, but
All right. Elge, what did you think?
Thought it was a really good episode. I thought it was quite fun to see the way the world works. Little Nelson, honestly, my favorite joke from this episode was all the photos on the wall of Little Nelson, just like everything broken. Like he's in a full body cast. He's got a head wrap. Which, what did you do to get that? It's really funny. It's subtle stuff like that I really enjoyed. All in all, it was very fun. Antonia was perfectly serviceable. I thought she fit in very well in this role, kind of showing him the ropes. Honestly, my favorite part that was non-comedic was the fight scene with Samurai X and the fire snakes. That was legitimately the coolest thing I've seen from Samurai X, and it was brilliantly executed. I really enjoyed. Maybe I'm a little biased. Maybe I'm still feeling the hype, but it's been a few weeks. It's even been a few weeks since I've seen this episode. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really
I
good.
love the flowing camera and the powerful, like, weighty blows and the anime shots where the snakes would, like, come down and then Sora X would shoot it. It was very dynamic.
Does, though.
I honestly don't remember that scene a lot. I don't know why.
Oh,
I need to
probably
watch
because
it.
it's been several weeks since we watched it.
Yeah,
But
probably. That might be it.
it was a very succinct episode. And, of course, credit where credit is due, David Reynolds. I looked it up on Twitter. He spells it with an A. I don't know if that's pronounced properly or not. But he did a stellar job. Absolutely killed it. Thought it was really excellent.
You get applause from me.
So
Wait.
definitely would like to see him again in this role.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
good job, dude.
Please come back.
Okay.
Tommy.
All in all, it was a good episode.
Go
It was,
next.
to me, it was a little calmer. It wasn't as like it didn't focus so much on trying to deliver that beat by beat humor, that nonstop flow of jokes. And even though it was very action packed, it was a little more. I would say. I don't know if it's focused or unfocused. Either way, it's good. I liked the tone and the pacing of it. It was different.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
The next.
Yes. All right. Next episode 7, Ninja versus Lava. Episode starts off, the ninja are trapped. All of the ninja are trying to figure out a way to get out, and Kai is toast. He is completely unconscious. So the ninja are discussing, well, how do we do this? Jay is trying to figure out, maybe there's something in this book. Maybe it's something that can help us, which, is not an unreasonable thing to think. And then, of course, suddenly, lava starts seeping in, and Jay drops the book in lava, which was, of course, great. So the ninja are confused, they're terrified, they're trying to figure out what to do, and miraculously, they actually make their way out of the wall. Not the chains, they're still in chains. So they get to the ground, alright, we're good now, let's get the heck out of Dodge. So they're running through the pyramid, they're running through the pyramid, and all of a sudden the lava wakes up zombie snakes. So not only are we dealing with one evil, revenge-seeking snake, we're now dealing with fiery zombie snakes, which then proceed to chase after the ninja. So the ninja are, of course, trying to get out as quickly as possible. Spinjitzu proves ineffective and just gets them in a worse predicament, and Kai is, of course, dragged along, literally, not metaphorically. They manage to teamwork their way through various different struggles and prior traps, making a bridge similar to the Lego Batman movie, a movie of which I really like. And eventually they make it out of the pyramid volcano thingy and to the other ninja and Samurai X who rescue them. And that's it. It's the end of the
This
episode.
episode was freaking hilarious.
Oh, it was so good. My favorite joke in the entire series is because I was watching through this movie, or not that series, but my favorite joke so far in this season is we were watching it. I was noticing that whenever they moved to get one place to another, Kai would just slam into a wall or something, but he wouldn't be focused on, he would just be in the background. And I laughed. I was like, haha, Kai just got slammed. And at the end of the episode, they re-showed all the little moments he gets slammed, and I died. It was so funny. I'm so glad they even mentioned that.
The payoff was really, really good.
Oh, it was so good. She's like, "Why does my face hurt?"
Yup.
Oh,
It was
so good.
It was very solid, and there were a lot of good moments where they reinforced how the ninja lack teamwork now and stuff, and they lampshaded it in funny ways, like Lloyd trying to give a motivational speech and almost screwing over everyone because of the lava. Or them fighting while being chained up about the dumbest of things. And Jay did this thing where he was trying to practice vocal exercises to calm down the whole way through. Bro, goo goo. If you just do this and calm down, everything will work okay. And then at the end of the episode, all the ninja just did it because they were about to die anyway. And then Pixel showed up.
They pulled a Toy Story 3. Bro, goo.
Spoilers. I haven't. Oh wait, no, sorry, I forgot. Toy Story 3 is the last one.
3, no, 4. Oh boy. Prentice says, Bro Goo Goo was so cringy. I hated it.
I
You
mean,
gotta be like that.
I think when it kept repeating about at the end when they all said it together, I thought it was kind of cute.
I agree with Prentice. Not necessarily to the so cringy, bro extent, but to the extent that it was not my favorite joke. It seemed to come out a little out of left field. I didn't really understand the joke, the humor in it, but
Yeah.
humor's in the eye of the beholder. So
Yeah.
Spiang says the writers realized that Kai is dead weight on the show and leaned into it.
I
I love it. I love it.
Because at that point, Why isn't Cole being dragged around? No, I'm kidding. Kidding.
Yeah. No, they had to drag Cole around. They wouldn't move anywhere.
Cole's fast becoming less of a character and more of like, I can't even say a plot device, just a convenience device. They have to keep him around so he can use his lava arms when they need him to.
Oh my
He's like a
goodness, that's
tool.
been around. That's been around since.
It's getting worse.
Where have you been?
It's getting worse. Like, he's the character equivalent of like a pocket knife.
Well, I mean,
They're out for when to use them.
this
and
this
put 'em
started
back.
happening. This started happening in possession, so that's why they turned him into a ghost.
Yeah.
Give him powers.
Yeah.
Give him something to do. Him
Yeah,
being dead gave him value in the show.
Then they undid it, and now he
And,
has something
and now
else.
he has powers.
Use your lava arms. No, it was a fun episode. The pyramid having like crazy zombie lava properties is interesting.
Mhm.
Can't wait to hear what the deal is with that. But it works. It works out very well. It's one of those episodes. There's not really a lot to say on it in reflection, but it was mainly just a really good character episode for the ninja to kind of regroup and refocus. And by the end, you feel like they're working as a cohesive unit again, which translates very well into the next episode. So it does its purpose. It's like a bridge episode. And I don't mean that just because there's a rickety bridge. It bridges from one part of the season into the other. They did have to build a bridge that Batman did.
Yeah, they needed to face death on the doorstep in order to become a good team again.
Pretty much, which is good. That's a good plot thing to use.
Oh yeah. So
I'm quickly finding about this season I don't really have many, if any, critiques when I watch it, which I'm honestly a little scared by because I'm not used to that. But I've tried. It's been a few weeks. I've thought about it. Like aside from Bro Goo Goo being a little cringy.
I mean, earlier in the chat, people were discussing that the ninja refrained from using their abilities in this episode, such as Zane not building a bridge to go over with his ice ability, instead of just all of that. Like, I mean, there was lava under them, so who knows?
March of the Oni burned me out of complaining about the ninja not using their abilities. I'm not gonna do that anymore.
So, no, I think it's perfectly valid to bring it up if it's applicable. In this instance, though, they were all chained up, and we're not certain as to whether or not that chain was made out of an elemental use inhibiting material.
That's true.
Because I don't think any of them used their powers, if I'm not mistaken.
They did spinjitzu once.
But that's not an element, that's a technique.
That's not an element.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, that's just a technique.
Cole
it's
used
not
his
element.
ability. Cole used his magma lava arm thing.
Which we also still don't understand the properties of.
Yeah.
So I can I can forgive this if that's the explanation. Especially since I think even last time I said, I remember complaining all the time that they just didn't use their powers to solve their problems. This season alleviated a large portion of those complaints. They have been using their elemental powers more in this season than I can recall in recent memory.
Yeah.
So I can forgive that. I think as far as Kai being unconscious, that was very funny. As far as him having his powers gone, that is something that I'm waiting to comment on. Because it depends on how it is handled. If it ends up being inconsequential and not really doing much for Kai, then I might see it a little more negatively. However, right now, it's too early to tell.
Yeah.
So, I think there are going to be critiques, but this is an absolutely solid season. Please continue. I apologize.
Yeah. I think that Zane's going to lose his powers, too.
Oh, my God.
I'm not sure. I'm actually...
We'll see.
I'm not sure.
Depends on who the I don't even know where the zombies are gonna come from. Like, there's no setup for them all at all.
It's gonna be two separate stories, I think. I don't think they're gonna bridge into each other.
Okay.
I'd be shocked if they did.
Mm-hmm. So, okay.
Shall see.
Do you guys want to get into the last one?
By all means, my favorite one.
Let's
Let's
All
go.
right. Yes. So, moving on to episode 8, Snaketastrophe. We start off with a breaking news report featuring award-winning news reporter. I don't even remember his name because it's been several weeks. So, start off with this news report. There's this news reporter. He's talking about the snakes falling from the sky. He's very smug, very full of himself. It's funny. And then we cut to Gail Gossip, who seems to be in an ego battle with this other news reporter. And so she's ranting, raving, and the camera guy, Vinny from NGTV, is saying, Gail, come on, you're on the air. So she composes herself and starts doing the report. And then it cuts to an unfathomably funny sequence of commercials. Starting off with a car salesman who gets his entire thing just busted by the fire snakes. Then it's, I think, sunscreen because of all the fire snakes and 2 people on a roof. Yeah, no, that's exactly what it is. Protect against the fire. Then, that's right, ladies and germs. He's back. The man, the myth, the legend, Dareth! He's back, and he has a new store. What is it? Is it a karaoke
New
place?
store. It's his karaoke place.
Yeah.
From Hunted.
Okay, that was a
Laughing.
bar, though, wasn't it?
It was a karaoke bar.
Okay, listen, I'm not very well versed in places where you go to drink
Dareth's
drinks and sing sings, okay?
No, it's Dareth's
Sings.
Come
Bottom
on.
line, it's his place, and he does his. It's gosh dang, I
Oh, yeah,
can't
Sons
put
of
it into
Carolyn.
words how funny it is. There's like a cardboard tornado that comes in, and then all of a sudden the snakes they pester him, and the commercial stops. It's wonderful. Dareth is back. I love his execution here. So the commercials end. They were another glimpse into the world of Ninjago. And we get back to that other mustached reporter who is interviewing one of the snakes. The snake is like, we're here for revenge, obviously. So it cuts over to, oh gosh, is this the first person camera of Vinny?
Yeah, Vinny.
Okay, so Vinny, he's recording. We cut back to Gail Gossip, and Vinny is looking at Asphira and the other snakes, and she's like conferring with them. Hey, we have to go somewhere and do something. Where they gotta find something is essentially what I gather.
They're
A
going to the
scroll.
Ninjago Museum to get a scroll.
Okay, they wanted
That
a
we
scroll,
did not
but they
know
didn't
of,
know where
yeah.
to find it, and Vinny spills the beans. So they're now going.
Just 2 blocks down north.
They're going to the museum now, and then of course.
Yes.
Boom! That's right. The ninja are back. Although they are down one member because Dareth is, off doing his own thing, airing commercials. But the ninja are here. They are in the city. They are ready to rock and roll. And Saphira is presumably ready to fight them.
Asphira.
Yeah, that too. And the episode has ended.
This isn't friggin' Aragon.
Listen,
This episode was just brilliant.
I love everything about it. Seriously, everything. From beginning to end, it was a laugh riot, the likes of which I haven't experienced in Ninjago.
Mhm. It was
Oh,
and the
man.
best part is it was set up so perfectly. Like, we know there's a news crew in Ninjago. We've gotten familiar with Gail Gossip and now Vinny, which is a fan favorite. And then all of a sudden we get an episode about them. Like,
Oh man,
so
today was supposed to be just puppies. Just puppies! And I love that. I love that
Vinny
Ninjago
Myers.
seemingly does live action improv commercials. That really entertains me greatly because they had to do them while the fire things were doing.
but every single commercial was hilarious. You had the car salesman with his fire extinguisher, and then you had the people on the
Fire
roof
screen.
with their fire block or whatever it's called, and then of course freaking Dareth.
It's so good. And then every time he gets an extra award, the award-winning dude, when they come back to him, he just keeps inflating his own reputation.
Yeah, it's-
10-time award winner.
I think he ends on
Like,
Freaking
like,
goes over to interview one of the fire snakes, and the snakes are like, "We will bring doom and exterminate your entire civilization." It's like, oh, cool.
All
There
right,
you go.
yes, quite.
Gail just takes the whole story from him.
Yeah.
It's like, that was supposed to be my story. I can't believe she took it.
Yeah, no,
Oh my
this
God.
I
episode.
can't say enough good things about it, honestly.
I think this might currently be my favorite episode just because of how unrelentingly funny I found it. I just thought
It's
that,
certainly the most creative.
yeah, it was,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
brimming with creativity, brimming with creativity, and gosh, it's just nonstop. I enjoyed it all the way through.
Man, and it sucks because like when you have an episode like this, what we could literally do if we had the time and the patience is just go by like scene by scene and point out all the great things about it. But we don't have that time. There's just so many of them. And when we're talking about it, it almost sounds like we don't have a lot to say. But like, what do you say when everything is gold?
Mm-hmm.
What do you know what I mean? Like there's stuff that they brought on like the council members to do like a debate talking about how the fire snakes are very dangerous for the community, and the other person was just like, "Yeah, I agree."
That was great commentary. So great commentary.
Yeah, nah, it was really funny, and of course, so this is something that's going to be. I understand why they're doing it because obviously it lends itself very well to this. They need to do this. But it's always going to get under my skin that they're making characters with hair pieces that exist in colors that don't, because then I can't make them. It's just like, those would be so cool in those colors. But that's a very minor nitpick. That's a very personal thing. Overall, yeah, it's easier to complain about something because then you can delve into what you would have done differently, how you would have improved it, why you feel that this was not good.
Yeah.
But this, to us, has been so appealing. It's been so fun, so fresh, so engaging.
I can't do it. I just can't complain.
We just talked through 4 episodes of Ninjago, and it's like literally not even 45 minutes into the episode.
Yeah, exactly. Like it goes by at such a nice clip when we don't spend 20 minutes ranting about why they didn't use air jitsu or XY plot hole. It's like they're just solid episodes. I don't know who to credit for this. I know there's other writers who wrote these specific episodes alongside Braggy. So I'll just say the entire team is just they're firing on all cylinders this season. If this keeps going at this quality standard, this will easily be my favorite season.
Yeah.
Right now, it's already a strong contender, but we're only 8 episodes in, so it could fall off a cliff in the back half. I don't know, but I doubt it.
Honestly, even though it was such a good episode, the weakest episode to me thus far would probably be the second one. And even then, it's still really good despite that. It's just they're fun. I'm having fun. I don't need to. I'm not sitting here worrying about. Oh man, I didn't like this. This contradicts that. Like you just said, Meso, with the spin jitsu or air jitsu rather, cyclone do rather. I'm not worried about that because the show is just having fun, and I am having so much fun with it, and that is so fresh. I'm happy. I'm just having a good time.
We've been through like
having a good time.
The last few seasons being like epics, and like they have their funny moments, but it's also like it feels very mature for Ninjago. And then we get this, which is, it still has its mature moments, but it's just so funny and it's quippy and it's inventive and it's
I just shout out to the little moments, like when the reporter was talking to the kid who was giving an inspiring speech about the ninja, and then he blew him off mid-sentence to go talk to the pyro snake. It's the little moments I love.
Yeah, very briefly, our patron Wolk mentions that according to Wikipedia, episodes 1 through 6 are written by Braggy Shoot, and episodes 7 and 8 are written by Kevin Burke and Chris Doc Wyatt. So
please write more. Please come back.
And everyone, honestly,
part of this season.
Everyone is doing such a stellar job. I'm having a really good time. So, honestly, I think that's where we should cap things. I don't really have much more I can say because, like,
no.
If anyone who works on the show is listening right now, I apologize that we cannot give you any constructive critique. Because we have none to give, because we just are really liking this.
I've spent like 2 weeks since we watched this. I don't like to come on and have nothing to say, but I just don't. It's like even the animation.
Stop doing this.
Even the animation's freaking perfect.
That's the thing. Like the animation, it's never been better. It's never been better.
Asphira's speech at the end, I just keep remembering good moments, like her frightening speech.
He gets cut
she
off.
ended up finding the
that's all the time we got.
And then she gets cut off, and then they're attacking the studio, and it ends with like them blowing fire into the camera. Okay.
That's all the time we have today. Thank you so much.
Yup.
No, it's so much fun. Yeah, I mean, I have nothing more I can add.
Yeah, I mean,
Unless you guys have anything.
I cannot wait for the next few episodes. At the next few episodes, we have them in the museum, which I'm guessing they're going to discover forbidden spinjitzu. And I guess maybe on the wrong end of it. I guess we will have to explain what it is after they kind of muddle with it. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah. We get the fights from the trailer, Forbidden Spinjitzu, Lloyd's Titan mech, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So we got a bunch of good stuff to look forward to.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it for sure.
I just love little... I'm really excited for all the little surprise episodes we're going to get in the future. Expecting there's going to be a few more.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Keep it up.
You guys all good?
Yes,
All
I'm
right,
good.
Great. Very briefly, I do want to do a shout out. I apologize not to the patrons. It's actually someone I've recently gotten to be better acquainted with. The Marvelous Jan on Twitter. Honestly, he's such a swell guy. At Marvelous Jan with 2 L's. Such a swell guy, member of the Ninjago community, and he often extols the virtues of positivity and really trying to be friendly and respectful and polite and positive in the Ninjago community, specifically in regards to fellow fans, in regards to the creators who take time to interact with fans of the series. And recently got to talk to him at length. Super great guy. Absolutely fantastic person. Highly recommend give him a follow. And
Where
see
did you
what he has
talk to him, Eljay?
Alright, so I host a show called the Eljay Johnson Show. I had him on for an episode of that. It's not public yet, but it will be pretty soon.
I love it because I always want Eljay to talk about his show, and he's very reluctant to do so because he doesn't want to advertise. But occasionally it makes sense. No.
Yeah, we talked for about an hour and a half, and it was wonderful. I definitely recommend it.
He's definitely the best of us in the Ninjago community. So
he's fantastic.
Go give him a follow if you're a Ninjago fan.
Absolutely.
So. Oh yeah.
Okay, that's gonna do it.
He also likes Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so he earns my respect. No, go on.
He's looking for people to talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with. Hit him up. So,
love it.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. Thank you all so very much for watching. This has been another episode of Ninjagocast. I don't really know when we're going to be back because we'll have to wait for the episodes to air, watch them, and then schedule when we're going to be able to talk about it on Ninjagocast.
It could be as long as 2 weeks, just because I feel like one episode of, well, I guess 2 episodes isn't really enough. We kind of need to wait for 4.
Unless there are major episodes. We'll see how they feel out. But it'll probably be 2 weeks, which would be like a few days before Brick Fair.
Oh yeah.
Oh gosh, we're getting so close to that. Yeah, so that's fair. I must stress, watch it on TV. If you have the ability to watch it on TV, can't stress this enough, do so.
Yeah, every Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
We know we know the channel, we know the time. There is no excuse unless you just simply don't have access to the channel, which in that instance, I understand. But
hopefully YouTube will help you out.
Hopefully the Cartoon Network app will help you out.
And the Cartoon Network app will help you out too.
Hopefully the legal
hopefully things will help you out.
Yeah.
Will assist you. Okay. So that's
I think it is important. Sorry, I keep prolonging, but it is definitely important what Eljay is saying to do, because it's very important to go show your support in whatever ways you can, because the ratings are the worst they've ever been, which is quite depressing considering this season is one of the best it's ever been. Just to put it into perspective, The News Never Sleeps, that episode that we rave about as being amazing and wonderful and well put together and full of heart and creativity and good choreography and animation, has a 0.19 rating in US viewers.
Oh no, wait. That's in millions, yes?
That is in millions. 0.19. To put that into perspective, the prior lowest rating was actually in Hunted, I believe. The finale of Hunted with 0.34. Before this season, anyway.
Ouch.
It's been a steady decline this season, capping at 0.19. which is very depressing and should not be the case at all.
So
And
watch
yet it is.
Ninjago live
2019.
2019 Saturdays 12:30. And I mean honestly, this, like I said, I don't know if we have any other episodes even in different languages for past this point.
We do not.
So this, talk about an opportunity. Like, you know, this is, you'll get never before seen footage of Ninjago live. So
Pretty much. And that is actually all. So you were good to end.
All right, cool. All right, so thank you all so very much for listening. This has been yet another episode of Ninjagocast. We are the masters of Podjitsu. I was your sensei, Eljay.
I was a guy, Meso.
I was a girl, Hayley.
I'm gonna drown my sorrows in some H2O. Gosh.
And Tyler and
dang
I are the Duojo.
Yes!
No.
Masters of the Duojo!
No. Just because you're an item doesn't mean you get to be an entire dojo all on your own.
But a dojo can be an item.
Okay, thank you all for listening. The dojo is now closed. We will see you all again next time.
See
Farewell.
you next time.
Bye!
Bye.